Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. In this case, it is depotting eyeshadow pans that are in cardboard packaging. And what I have for this video are 3 of the Lorac Skinny palettes. So there's the Skinny Plum, the Skinny, the Nude Skinny, and then the Navy Skinny. And they are definitely empty. And I would like to show you how I have gone about depotting them without, which is the important part, messing up the eyeshadow. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing with these, there is a really neat project. So these mirrors, these mirrors are going to be going to a YouTuber called Georgia Harris. She has a palette mirror project, actually not just palette, makeup component mirror project that is going, she's accepting mirrors until the end of October. And I happen to be going to the US in at the end of this month, September of 2018, and I plan on shipping these 3 mirrors to her once I get into the US to help with that project. So again, if you have some empty palettes and you can extract the mirrors, I will leave Georgia Harris's information down below, and you can investigate the potential to send her material as well. I am very curious to know what she's up to, and I look forward to contributing in a small way to that project. All right, so the whole purpose of this is to say eyeshadow depotting is not scary, especially this is the easiest packaging to extract eyeshadow pans from, and so I highly recommend it. Now, why did I depot these? Initially, I had depotted these 2, and it went really well, and then I decided, you know, a lot of folks sometimes don't want to keep palettes around, they would just want to keep some of the shadows. And so I decided to film my depotting of this one. This is the only one out of these 3 skinnies that I was going to keep intact because it's my go-to palette for a smoky navy look with maybe a little bit of gold. And but the thing is that why not? I already have the other 2 palettes in a Make It Forever magnetic palette, and I just thought there's room for the 3rd one, so I'll just go and do that. Now, why did I depot them? I depotted them because I'm realizing that I want to focus on some and not other ones of the shadows, and I can easily transfer them from one magnetic palette to another for travel, and I have a trip coming up in a couple weeks, and I'm likely to take at least some of the shades out of these 3 to accompany me as an add-on to the Shape Matters palette from Smashbox, which is the primary palette I will be taking. So that is how it is. Now, I did not want to walk you through the whole process this way because I think that that would be inefficient. So I have reset the camera into a mode where you can just see me at work, and I'll speed it up so that you don't have to be bored watching that stuff for 10 minutes. And I hope you find the kind of step-by-step useful, and you'll see how I organized the shadows at the end. So again, it's only for the navy, the other 2 are already done. If you have any questions or comments after watching that process, by all means, please leave them down below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the videos on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. And if you already are, thank you very much. All right, let's get into it. Okay guys, here are the 2 palettes that are already empty. Just wanted to show you the end result that we are hoping to achieve with the Skinny Navy. And as you can see, the palette is relatively intact. It's just the shadows that are missing. Now let's take a look at the Navy palette. As you can see, it is in pretty good shape. And I'm taking out my Make It Forever magnetic palette just to make sure that the shadows will indeed fit, which I was pretty sure of, but you know, it's always good to check. So now I'm going to open up the palette, and I'm going to just use a butter knife to just make room between the base of the cardboard and the outside of the packaging. And it's pretty much how the different palettes are built. The inside is just an extra layer to house the trays of eyeshadow. Now you want a pretty sharp knife to run underneath the palette, and what you're basically doing when you do that is separating the glue from the cardboard. Very important in this step not to twist your knife. You're just basically essentially cutting the glue from the back of each one of the pans as best you can. If you twist at all, you can end up twisting the pan and affecting the eyeshadow. So I'm getting all of them free, and just will show you that the palette is indeed empty and looking very much like the other two I showed earlier. Now, I'll be in the screen just shortly. You want to scrape the cardboard and the glue, whatever is left on the back of the pan, because you don't want that glue to be sticking to the magnetic base. I will also use very thin tissue if the glue is still pretty tacky to prevent these from sticking directly onto the magnet. I want the magnet to work with the metal on the back of the pan and not specifically working on or having the glue stick to the magnet as opposed to magnet to magnet. So that is what I'm doing with all of them, and I'm showing you the pan before and after that process to assure you that it really doesn't damage the shadows to turn it upside down and take care of that. Just 3 more to go, and I think you can see it's a pretty basic process. Now, if those pans, by the way, don't stick to the magnetic backing, you can definitely get some sticky magnet backing at a place like Michael's or any craft store. Usually they will sell those magnets that you can either just peel and stick or cut and stick with an adhesive on your own. So there we go. This is the last one. This is, by the way, my favorite shade out of the entire 7-pan palette. Now let's see how they're going to stick into my Makeup Forever magnetic palette. And you'll see me organizing a little bit. I'm not interested in keeping the organization of the shades exactly how they appear in the palette. What I'm trying to do is match them up in ways that I think would go well to create an eye look, so that I have a little bit of a reference when I go in and select some shadows to put into a travel palette. So there we go, organized a couple of times, and there is the final product. So that's it. That's the process. I hope you enjoyed the process, as it were, a little bit speeded up. And as you can see, all 7 of the pans are intact. They're beautiful. I have them here. There they are. They look good. And I am looking forward to one apparently didn't stick. I am looking forward to using them very much. And yeah. You'll see them probably as singles when I show you what I am taking on my trip, which I will film in a couple weeks. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. But for now, take care.